Hello, Magic Sven, back with another cube draft. This time we're drafting the Legacy Cube on Magic Online, and let's see what we got here. Best cards I would say are Glen Alondra Archmage. This card just always overperforms. Um, and Mother of Runes, which is just one of the best reasons to get into the mono-white aggressive decks. Anything else here? I like Garruk fine. Scarab God does what Scarab God does. I have liked Smuggler's Copter, particularly in the aggressive decks, but if I'm going that way, I think I want Mom. Not too much else to talk about. I think it's really between these two, with maybe a shout out to Garruk. I think I'm going to take Mom. I don't see anything else really pulling me. Glen's like a card I like to get a little bit later when blue's a little bit open. I'm just going to take Mother Runes here. And let's see. So, things that match our current picks are Spirit Keeper, which is just a solid card. Tidehollow Sculler, good in the disruptive version of the white deck. Still usually it focuses on white beatdown creatures, but with a little bit of black bonus. I don't think I want to jump right into Orzhov color pair right now. Phyrexian Revoker is also very good. And the other card I've got my eye on is Tundra here. Because I don't know what my second wood color would be if there was one. Tundra is always a pretty safe bet. Best card in the pack in general, probably Tundra. Fact is good. I think here I'm going to take the Tundra, see what comes back. Okay. I do love me a Restoration Angel. That card is just always fun to play with. When I was playing a lot of Standard, this was the guy, the gal, doing all the big work. But I think it's just got to be Path. It's probably the strongest card here, fits well with what we've taken so far. Hope to wheel Resto. Might be tough looking at the pack. I think Hornet Queen can get picked up by a green deck, but they're also going for Primus. Braid's fine in just about any red deck. Take the Path. Here we've got some nice ones. I think the 1-drops are very important in these aggro decks, if that's where we do end up. But Gideon is a banger. Banger of a card. Yeah. Can be an anthem, or can just pump out guys infinitely, or be a guy himself. I really like Time Warp. Nahiri has certain merits. I think I'm going to take a Gideon here. At this point, I've got outs to be either aggro or control. I think Gideon could probably go in either, but more likely to be in an aggro deck. Path, obviously good in aggro. Mom, obviously good in aggro. Tundra, same. Let's take Gideon. Okay, I don't love a Maria Angel. I just think this card's a little too slow and outdated at this point. I've cut it from my cube. Maul, I think, is probably going to be my pick. That one seems like a nice way to push through some damage near the end. Windburst Heights is a land I really like. If you played with Shelldock Isle, this kind of does the same thing, but for white. So I think I'm going to take the Maul and hope to wheel the Windbrisk Heights. If I get a Maria Angel back too, that would be just fine. Even voice would be pretty good. Take them all there. Take them all. So this is secretly a white Wrath as well as just being a double black card. For us, it's pretty clearly between Legion's Landing and Jite. I do like Jite, but I don't want to overload on equipment. Say if I get Stoneforge Mystic, I'll probably be happy to have Jite. I think in Stoneforge decks you want 2 equipment, but given that I already have the Maul, I don't think it's quite as necessary. 1-drops are pretty important. I think I'm going to have to take Legion's Landing, but that one does hurt a little bit. Okay, so Brightling is a constant underperformer, so I don't really want that. Finks would be good, but Ravages of War is where these white decks want to be. I want to go slam my 1-drop, slam my 2-drop, slam my 3-drop, and Ravages of War. Knock them out of the park. Koth is excellent in the red decks. Ulamog's good reanimator target. I think this has an infinite combo with Yawgmoth out there. And I don't think we get... Now we do get to wheel one thing. If it's Finks or Brightling, I'd be pretty happy. We're going to take the Ravages. 2 good options here in Factory or Recruiter. If I end up being mono-white, Factory is the kind of thing you want to have. Recruiter... It really does just do all the stuff. But it doesn't hit very hard. It's better if I've got utility guys to search up. I need my Flicker Wisp for this one to be a real banger. Same time, I can just take the Factory. I'm going to take Factory. Okay, this was our opening pack. We didn't really get much back here. I think Cast Out is just fine. Shambling Vent, if I did go into black, would be good too. This is a really close one. Both a little... It's very close. Let's take Cast Out. Now, with the Sculler back, I do wish I had the white-black land a little bit, but still even, like, not that much. Spirit Keeper is nice against the rafts. I think there's more rafts in this cube than there are in, say, the Vintage cube. And Revoker is just very versatile. Let's take Revoker. I mean, I don't plan to win a lot against a bunch of rafts. Oblivion Stone is fine for the board. Lucky I got Kythian back. I'd probably play Spectral if I had it, but I'll take a 1-drop. And here I'm going to take the land over a Merry Angel. Like I said, this card underperforms a little bit. They're kind of nice together, but just getting free cards off of Windburst Kites is pretty nice. Sure. Goldspan probably should be going a little earlier. That's a nice one, but maybe red's pretty open. Put the Royal Eruption there, and I wield the Brightling, which I might play. We'll see. Here we've got a Walking Ballista. There might be infinite combos with this in the cube if Heliod's in it as well. I think that's probably going to be the easy pickup here. Banishing Light is fine, versatile. And I do like Port, but I think I can wheel it. I'll take the Walking Ballista. Yeah, so what am I going to wheel? I don't think this is going to be a Sun Titan deck. I mean, it'll bring back a lot of our things, obviously, but 6-mana spells isn't exactly what we're looking for. Crater Hoof is nice for whoever ends up in the green ramp deck, as is Jiraga Tree Speaker. That's sending some pretty good signals that green is not being cut by us. Yeah, if I get Port or Light back, I'd probably be pretty happy. I'd probably main deck Port and sideboard Banishing Light for any troublesome permanents. Port I would have to be mono white, but it does look like that's going to be where we're going. Interesting pick here. Definitely between Elite Spellbinder and Paladin class. I do think this is strong enough. But maybe a little clunky. I think Elite Spellbinder is just probably going to be better here. Otherwise, it's kind of a shallow pack. There's some green stuff, some red stuff. We'll just take our Spellbinder. Not too much for us here. Mentor is good, but it's not really good in like a white-based creature deck. I think I'm just going to take Wasteland. I like attacking their mana. That seems like it's going to be pretty good at punishing the people trying to just do a little too much. Trying to do things like cast Nicol Bolas Planeswalker. If anyone should be casting Nicol Bolas Planeswalker, it's me. So I can't let anyone else do it. Good Reanimator stuff here. I'll take the Wasteland. Ooh, are we mana tithing people? I do love a good mana tithe. Charming Prince, obviously the other thing. Nice little green card again. So what's good with Charming Prince right now? So this is exile. Blink another creature. That's really the one we want to happen. Voker is okay with it. Spellbinder's good. Decks such as ours can be a little tricky when it comes to non-creature spells. Like I think Mana Tithe is just better, but I do want to hit a certain threshold of creatures. Currently I'm at 6, and that's a little low. That said, I think I am going to take the Mana Tithe here. Ooh, Swords to Plowshares, and that's not a close one there. Fractured Identity, whew, that is a card. There's a minor chance we wheel that. I'm not sure if everyone knows that this card is just absolutely busted. I would splash it with my Tundra. Do I just take it? No, not over Swords. If Swords wasn't so good, like if this was, say, Mana Tithe, I think Fractured Identity would absolutely be the pick here. But given that Swords is in the pack, we're just going to take it and not think too hard about it. A couple goodies here. Horizon Canopy would be nice, even though we're not playing any green, just to have a land that sacks to draw a card. But I like Blade Splicer. If I get the Resto Angel back, then Blade Splice and Restoration Angel are friends that go back so far. They've been friends forever. Again, we're not really a controlling version of a white deck. We don't have nearly enough blue to be doing that. So I'm not going to take Day of Judgment here. Cradle would be nice to get back. Priest could be good, but not something we're splashing for. This is less exciting. Starting to feel a little cut off from white just because the creatures aren't flowing, but it could be they just weren't opened. Crafted War Gear, I think, is pretty good. This is a card that kind of dips in and out of the cube, but it looks pretty unexciting when you look at it, but 3 mana permanently buff a guy until it dies, and then permanently buff another guy until it dies is just really solid. It's just a huge power boost and can do a lot of damage real quick. There you are, my darling. You came all this way, round the table, just to see me. Lingering Souls I would probably play. I'd assume I could get some kind of... Oh, we're zooming in all over the place. Kind of get some black back, but we don't need it. We've already got a Maul, the Skyclaves, and a Grafted War Gear to get, so Stoneforge Mystic's going to be just great in our deck. Okay, we got back the light and the port, so I think our deck is open. We just need to see a few more 1-drops, and then we'll be pretty darn excited about where we're at. Here... I might be able to get an Oblivion Ring in the next couple packs, because there was one around. I think Port is just a little bit better, especially pairing with the Wasteland. I could try a Paladin class. Kind of what you expect to be left in the packs. The flip lands, Mimic and Florahedron, pretty good. Hellrider is nice for the red decks. I think that's kind of a good game ender, but we'll maybe try out this Paladin class. Okay, do I want Mentor or do I want O-Ring? Right now we have 8 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 other. It says right there. I don't. It's gonna be hard to justify a mentor though. I think I'm gonna just take an O-ring for the board. Oh, nice. Our prince came back. That's pretty good with Stoneforge Mystic too. So now we're blinking Stoneforge and Blade Splicer. I'm actually excited about that. Anything else? I think we missed our chance on the Restoration Angel. I'll take a white uh, man land here. I don't think it's one of the best ones, but it certainly does the job that it needs to do. Day of Judgment, I don't really expect we're playing, but hey, hey. And throw those other cards into the sideboard. All right. Pack number 3. We've got a red-white duel. We've got another pseudo land destruction. I don't think Field of Ruin is nearly on the level that Wasteland or Port is naturally, but I would play it if it wheeled. So what I said about Rafts, I didn't take the 3-mana one earlier, but Selfless Spirit is quite a big step up from there. Just the ability to play this on 2 mana is a lot less clunky, and not to mention it's a lot easier for this to get through. I could maybe play Face Fetters if it comes back around. Other than that, not too much for us here. Maybe play Field of Ruin. Wouldn't count on it though. And of course, if we end up with some kind of red splash and Foundry comes back, we'll be happy about that, but we'll just take the Spirit. And we got us a Thalia. So that's the third Wrath I've seen, so that they are kind of prevalent. Thalia is just going to definitely be the pick here. I think it's one of the best reasons to get into white aggro. We do have a few unfortunate non-bows with it, like all our top end is 4 mana non-creature spells, but still, this is just so good that there's no way we just don't take it here. Let's do that. Yeah, Thraben Inspector. It's an innocuous little card, but you know, it always comes into play and eventually draws you a card. And if you're white aggro, I've never been sad about it. Spear of Heliod, I think, is just unplayable. I don't think this is a card you can really put in your deck. 3 mana, it's just a glorious anthem with some weird other text that I don't think I've ever seen come up. So we'll just take our Thraben Inspector and be happy about it. Palace Jailer is one of the most exciting cards you can have in this cube. Very excited to pick that one up. I probably would play an Elspeth. Well, maybe. I do have the 4-drop Planeswalker slot covered. Yeah, but Palace Jailer is just a excellent card. Relic of Progenitus is one that often wheels, and we'd like it certainly to come back around if that's possible. Just good against any Reanimator decks going around, as we can see Recurring Nightmares in the cube. There's a few other things. If someone brings back their Shieldred with Recurring Nightmare, we want our Relic of Progenitus, but we're not going to take it here over Palace Jailer, which is just one of the best cards for this archetype. Okay, I'm interested. Do I have any 0 mana artifacts or 1 mana artifacts? Not right now. But if I get that relic back, I don't think Skull Clamp's in the Legacy Cube. That would be a tasty treat. I might wheel Cloud Goat Ranger anyway, so I'm going to take Saga, see if I can pick something up that works with that. Loxodon is better when you're making a bunch of tokens, which isn't quite what we're doing right now. Still would be fine. Dermotaxi, I don't think I believe in this card. So it's a 2 mana, tap 2 creatures you control, becomes a copy. 2 creatures is a lot. And a guy has to be in the graveyard, and. I really like Oust. It's hard to just turn down more man lands, though. I think I'm probably taking Mutavault here. Fun fact, Mistress Factory can pump Mutavault. Yep, so let's grab that. Second Mom. Very nice. Prismatic Ending I might play if I had it. I do have the Tundra, so I could probably get 2 drops a lot of the time, but give her Ruins. I just love my moms, you know? Usher. Um, yeah, seems like the easy pickup here. It's not, this ability like doesn't come up that often. If you're activating a bunch, you're probably just going to win with any old 2/1. But the fact that it's a 2/1 in our aggressive white deck is really, you had me at 2/1, you know? Scrubland would be nice if we had the Lingering Souls. If we had the Lingering Souls, Scrubland would be the pick. But since we don't, we're taking Usher. And we're back to our pack. Face Fetter is probably going to be fine. Let's remember we're on the lookout for 1-mana artifacts to get with our Urza Saga, so nothing here that works with that. I'll just take Fetters, put in the board. Looks like Sam's going to go for Wrath of God. This is not a... No one wants to play the Rafts today, I guess. I guess someone took the Dam, but they're probably a mono black player or something. Take the Wrath. Sphere, yeah. Battle Sphere. Okay, here's Cloud Goat, so we'll take that. Yeah, whatever. And looks like that's it. Oh, Urza Saga can get Walking Ballista, but that sounds like a bad idea. Puts it right into play, right? Onto the battlefield. Also, it doesn't get Walking Ballista. I think Urza Saga does not get cards with the cost of X. See, because it's mana cost 0/1 instead of converted mana cost or mana value. Fortunately, I think that means we're probably not going to play that card. So just taking out the lands real quick, we've got 25 cards. This might be a 24 lander. Do I want to play Cloud Goat Ranger? These are the big questions. Group creatures separately. See if I'm playing too many things. This is secretly a creature. Our creature to not creature ratio looks about right to me. I think I would have liked the Resto Angel. Now, especially that I've got Palace Jailer and yeah, Revoker, but Stoneforge Mystic, Charming Prince is pretty good. But you can't have it all, you know? Funny thing you can do with Gideon is if its loyalty drops real low, you can blink it with Resto, and so it comes back. Of course, only if you make it a creature. So the weakest cards in the deck. Probably Brightling, Cloud Goat. It's not a great Ballista deck, but I don't think I'm cutting it either. This stuff all seems pretty good. Paladin class, I think, is probably my third pick here. So if I play this on 1, spells cost more. Yeah, shine. That's fine. I want to give it a shot, you know? It just seems like a lot of mana, but maybe that's something I want to do. Or something to pump some mana into late game. Maul's also pretty good at that. Grafted Warrior is not. Walking Ballista is good at that too. This might be a 16 lander as well. Just taking a look at the lands we drafted, I don't think there's any reason to play Tundra. Unfortunately, we're not playing our Saga. Hope the Relic didn't come back around and I just missed it. I don't remember seeing it though. It's gotta be some of these 3 cards. Give me 1 second, I'll figure it out. Alright, after some deliberation, I decided to cut the Brightling. I just constantly be underwhelmed by this card. It just has never really done anything that I've been terribly impressed with. It's kind of just like 3 mana 3/3 that doesn't do anything. You might be saying it does a lot of things. Well, those things aren't very good. Cloud Goat seemed like it could be fine for finishing in the late game. Sometimes you just need to go wide, and I just want to try out Paladin's class. That's why it's still in the deck, well, somewhere over here. Be interested to see how often it actually gets to the 5th level. But yeah, that's the deck. Playing 16 lands. Decide not to cut anything else besides the Brightling, and let's jump into some games. Let's save that deck. Hello, and we are back for round one. We won the die roll, so that's good news. Let's play first. Yeah, this looks good. We got a 1-drop, we got a 2-drop, we got 3 drops, we got it all. Let's keep and roll. Can't really ask for much better of a start than this. Hopefully I'll just be able to attack a bunch, you know. Ooh, Cave of the Frost Dragon, that's a good time for that. Let's attack first. Do I want to make a 1/1 or cast a Selfless Spirit? Let's cast a Spirit. Pass the turn. Looks like we're up against red-blue. Spellskite's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to see what they're up to, so I'm going to play Elite Spellbinder here. Take a look at their hand. Let's just say okay to that. So they've got Confluence and a couple of good Planeswalkers. So, gaining control of an artifact, that could be good against me, since I've got Maul and Revoker around. At the same time, Duretti's looking pretty nice too. So they do have blue and red ready to go, so they can cast either of these. So it's really just which one do I want to play, and I'm going to be able to Revoker whichever other one they put out, so let's see, which one do I just want them to do the least right now? So if they play this and they make a 1/1, I think I'm okay with that. And this one, I think I'm going to take away Dak Faden here. The reason I did that is because I don't really want them filtering out useless lands out of their hand. If they just like make a 1/1 with their Planeswalker, that's totally fine. Okay, and there's the Iconoclast. Probably make a 1/1. Next turn, kind of hoping to draw a land. If we draw a land, I'll probably just play Maul, equip Usher. Yep, there's the 1/1, and play Legion's Landing and kill Duretti the old-fashioned way. So there's the land. Yep, let's play our Legion's Landing. Get our 1/1 token. Play Maul of the Skyclave. Stick that onto the Usher. Usher. And we'll go to attacks, and we'll send this guy at Duretti, and the rest at our opponent. That'll flip our land. And right now their hand's not looking great unless they've drawn something good, but Mystic Confluence is probably going to be a bit slow. Ooh, Extinction Event was in fact a good one. So I've got 2 odds and 2 evens. So they'll probably pick odd because those guys look a bit better. Sure, sure. They don't really have any attacks here. Okay, so I believe this is 4 to equip. Yes. Okay, interesting thoughts here. They will have mana to play either Faden or Confluence. And probably they're going to need to bounce creatures with Confluence. I can get in for 2. Deck's already out of here. I can get in for 2 with the Selfless Spirit, and then 3 there, or I can just make more tokens. I can make a token here. 3. So that's 4 mana total, and play the Phyrexian Revoker. That might be the better play. I think I do like that. I'm going to attack for 2. And I'll play Revoker, naming Dak Faden. And pass to my opponent. So, almost assuredly, they're just going to leave up Mystic Confluence mana here. I'll make a token. They'll likely just bounce everything. So, let's see what this says, just to make sure. Turn target creature. Okay, so what I'm going to do is attack with these 3. Oop. If they want to trade their construct for one of these, that's fine. Okay. And then we'll just pass to them. So here comes the Confluence. Yep. I think we're probably... Oh, what did they do? I think they just drew 3 cards. Portent, huh? That's a good one. This is a Legacy Cube specific one. And they are going to have to do something pretty good. Time Warp. Yeah, okay. Certainly not bad. But obviously playing Dak isn't really going to do it. Read the bones, so they're drawing more cards. Losing 2 life is a big deal, though. Seems like they're hurting, I would say. Okay. We'll make a token. Mutavault. So I attack with everything. I'm going to block. Yeah, I don't think I really want to attack with the Revoker right now. I think odds are pretty good that they've got a kill spell given this mana they've left up. So if we sign with 3, play Mutavault. How much is this to activate? 5. for 5. So I could send with Cave and a Factory. This one has Summoning Sickness, I believe. Wish I had made sure of that beforehand. Let's check the chat. Oh, and they're just done. I guess they didn't really have anything. Okay, fair enough. I'm just over here sitting about which way I want to win. I too would probably concede. Face Fetters could be good. So could O-Ring. They're definitely a Planeswalker deck, it seems. I think Ravages is going to be nice in this matchup. Anyway, I want to play around Extinction Event. My deck's pretty good at getting around targeted removal. So how do I feel about Paladin class here? I think pretty good. This will make Mystic Confluence worse and all the instant speed removal worse. So I'm in for that. Same vein, Gideon seems good. Palace Jailer might not be at its best, but I think it's still worth playing. Ballista kind of finishes off Planeswalkers. Yeah, tricky one. I think if I brought in something, it would be O-Ring. Yeah, let's just run it back. I don't feel strongly about bringing in clunky removal. Now this is a hand. Maybe we'll keep. Love leading with Mom. That'll just make my opponent's draw so awkward that they're basically gonna, unless they've got, Bolt right now, it's gonna be tough. Looks like they don't. Spellskite is fine. Our draw is a little awkward here. I'm definitely going to play Thalia. Actually, I think I should have played Mishra's Factory there. No reason to attack. Thalia, Krakus obviously pretty good against Thalia. So we're going to play the Factory. Fortunately, that's really all we can do right now. They're going to bounce, and we can't stop it so much. Okay, Duretti's here. They left up Caracas. Oof, yeah, this card is a beating. How do I feel about Plowsharing Spellskite? I think pretty darn good. It's not like it's a great play, it's just this card's going to eat that no matter what. Might as well make it so they don't gain any life or anything like that. Okay, Revoker's pretty nice. Thalia in a way is still taxing their mana because they have to leave up Caracas a lot of the time. I think what we're going to do is we're going to attack with the Factory. They'll block because we'll attack Duretti, and then we'll play the Revoker. So here comes the Factory. If they've got a plow, so be it. I'll just use Mom. Oh, they just let it through. Okay. Well, I think I'm still going to do this. And named it ready. In genus, I know Iconoclast. Certainly not the other one. And we'll pass to them. See what's up. Whoa, the Rage Boar. Put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. I didn't really see this one coming. Gotta say. Huh. Okay, okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna just play Maul. Attach it here. Get the Thalia out. And I'm just gonna go for their face. Their deck looks very good. I assume they've got a combo with this. They're tapping the Caracas, which is probably bad for me. Okay, there's a land. If they're tapping out, it's like, that's scary. It's funny, if this was the other mom, then this wouldn't. Sweltering Suns. Yeah, if this was the other mom, then I could protect Thalia from Caracas, but it's not. So here, Sweltering Suns is a good one. I think I'd rather protect the Revoker. No reason to protect Thalia since they're just going to bounce it. And I don't think... we really have much choice here. So, pro-red on the Revoker. They're going to hit me, so be it. And now we're just at the point where we're going to be jamming stuff. Kind of just hoping to get there. Attack you with all my creatures. Believe I already played a land this turn. Yep. Now we just kind of need them to have nothing. Good luck with that, everybody. Wow, and they had nothing. And that's the match. Huh. To be honest, I didn't really see that one going that way. Shutting off the ready was nice. I guess whatever combo they were looking for here just never came up. It seemed like they got a little flooded here. I gotta assume they at least had one more land in hand here. Just the fact that they've had 6 mana and have essentially done not a whole lot, it feels like they've got a flood problem going on. Something that Doretti would really help out a lot with, just making stuff and killing our guys, but luckily we had that Revoker to shut it down. Well, that was good. Let's go on to round number... Back for round 2 here. Looks like we're on the draw. Let's see how Paladin class plays out. This is a keep. Turn on our yields. We got some nice top end in this hand. Not a whole lot of low to the ground stuff, though. Oh, it looks like they're forcing this. That's interesting. Probably correct, though. So, there's nothing like making your opponents have to take a double mulligan, essentially, just because of Paladin class. I will take it. Seems like they're on some sort of control deck if this is the case, so I'll be happy to run out Selfless Spirit here. Looks like we got no counter spells for that. I feel like Historic has got me a little jaded. I was like, where's the memory lapse? It's coming. And mostly just want to draw lands at this point. We had 2 in our opener, and we're really going to need more. We've drawn a lot of the top end here. Okay, that's at least something we can cast. See if they want to path this or anything like that. Doesn't look like it, and we'll play the Giver. Their turn. And they're just gonna... Oh, they went to second main, which is interesting. Okay. Fortunately not exactly where I'd like to be with that. Still need lands. This is a nice 3-drop at least. It gives us something to do. But for now, we'll just play our Ballista on 1. They might have a Wrath. Oh, there's a Gideon, huh? Okay. Yeah, Gideon's a tough one. It's because it makes us tap out, makes us tap our Giver. Kind of surprised that worked, just hitting attack all. In any case, I will play the Blade Splicer, and we're still hoping to draw more mana. At some point, we might be able to path that Gideon if they decide to zero it. Okay, Mentor. That's a good path target. Also a good Palace Jailer target. I mostly expect them to plus Gideon again. Destroy target tapped creature. Okay. So, might as well give the squad indestructible this turn. Okay. So I'm going to play Kithian. If I give Golem protection from white, what happens? I don't think anything good. So say they've got like a mana leak. If they mana leak path, that's kind of okay. Then I at least get to get Gideon off the board. If not, amazing. And I can Palace Jailer. Okay, let's go for the path here. I pretty much expect them to have response to this. No? Okay. Okay. And I'm just going to send everything at Gideon. I really want this off the board. It's a very effective anti-aggro tool. Fortunate we're missing out on a lot of damage here, but it's just the way it has to be. You got something big. Okay, an Elspeth. Alright. Making a bunch of tokens is not really what I'm excited about for me. Okay. So now I think the best draw could be Maul of the Skyclaves. Land. How do I feel about land? Feel alright about it. So we can clock it for 3 at least. I don't really want to use my whole turn playing or activating Kithian. What if I just made an emblem? Is that crazy? Kind of unfortunate thing with Cave is that they can get the Monarchy back from me, but it does make them tap out. Hmm. These Planeswalker control decks are pretty tough. Drawing more cards does seem pretty good. If they want to tap out to activate that, then they're still going to get a bunch of tokens. Pretty nasty. Okay, to get this out, I could give this protection, put mana into this, and ping it twice. Yeah, that might be the play here. So that's what we're going to do. I think I just have to get Elspeth off the battlefield. Honestly, if they have a Wrath, it's fine. Fortunate, we're not really using our mana how we should be. But this guy is just such a problem. So remove a counter, ping, remove a counter, ping. Get him out of here. Let's see what their follow-up is. If they're just gonna slam another giant threat, we could be in trouble. Speaking of giant threats, okay. Mana Tithe doesn't seem like it's going to be good this game. House Jailer does. They didn't have a counter spell before, so let's see if it gets countered this time. Take out your Sun Titan. Yeah, if they want to take the Monarchy back, they can. If they tap out. So, and then what happens if they attack with 3 creatures? Trey, block, block, block. That's okay. So let's attack for 3. Sure. Draw my card. What a charmer. Okay, and this is the play they're going for. They say, I also want that extra card. Yep. Of course, the thing is, I'm just going to blink the Palace Jailer again. I attack with these 3 and give whichever one gets blocked. Give you indestructible and 1 protection from white. I think I just want to get protection from white to steal the Monarchy back immediately. So if I do that, say if I give you pro white, Kythian, Sun Titan blocks Blade Splicer, Kythian gets there, I tap out. This transforms, then I get to untap my giver. Gideon is, or I could just make that make something attack. This is a really tough game. At least 2 other creatures. Okay. So we're going to give him pro white. Say, alright. We'll give our Kythian indestructible. Get the monarchy back. Transform. Now I might want to just make the soldier attack into me. I think that seems better. So we got a port. That's actually going to be really good. And we'll eat the Sun Titan. Yeah, port obviously can tap down their man land. I'm kind of just pricing them into doing this over and over again. That they can't just let me have the monarchy. We'll eat their token. They'll get their Titan back. There's the mole. Okay, we've got a port, so let's put an upkeep step on them. I've got 6 mana. Luckily, they don't have anything in the yard as of yet. At some point, I just get to like pump my creatures too, and that's going to be good. So let's say Sun Titan attacks Gideon next turn. We'll play our Maul. Jump this guy. Go to attacks. Now if they try to blow it up, I can give it protection. They don't, which is nice. And I've got Mana Tithe up. So we're looking good. So I think I'm actually just going to let them untap. I'm not really trying to constrain them on mana. If they want to pump a bunch of mana into the Cave of the Frost Giant, then I'll tap it in response. Or at the end of their turn. Either way is good. Yeah, and they're just attacking Gideon, so it's like this just doesn't matter that much. Sure. Of course, the unfortunate thing is that Sun Titan has Vigilance, which is a real cost right now. Okay, so this will lock down a creature or something. Let's see what they target. Okay, in response, I'll give. I guess Palace Jailer pro white. And then we're going to tap down their land. So now we untap. I'm going to say we're going to untap our Giver of Runes. Play Mutavault. If I just swing out, they block one of these guys. Yeah, they'd have to get through a Mana Vault and a Giver. So if I activate this, that's 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I still get to have Tithe up. That seems worthwhile. So let's activate. Do have to tap the port, unfortunately. Go to combat. Cryptic. Well, have I got news for you, my friend? You'll love a good mana type victory. I should have seen Cryptic coming 3 blue up. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So tons of planeswalkers. I think I will want the O-ring effects in this matchup. And I will take out the Mana Tithe. Now that they've seen it, they'll play around it. Let's take O-ring. Generally, I'd say our deck is pretty good against control. It's pretty well suited to fight that kind of thing. We'll see if they have rafts and whatnot. Revoker's really good. Thalia's really good. Sunforge Mystic, where you've been all my life. Paladin class seems great. They've got counters and stuff. They do have a lot of tap out, but it still doesn't make me want to board it out or anything. We saw Titan. We saw Mentor, so I don't think I'm taking out the Paths or the Swords. This is all wondering, should we bring in the Faith's Fetters? And I think it would come in over Ballista. Yeah, let's do that. I think the Ballista just doesn't seem that exciting at this point, so we'll run it like this. Keeping in the Cloud Goats, if they do have Wrath, it'd be nice to just drop a 5-drop after that that refills the board. Plus, look how cute that goat is. Right. Oh, Ranger. You don't see the creature type Ranger too often. I thought it said Rogue. Which would it be even stranger, maybe? Stranger Ranger? Blade Splicer. It's been pretty good. We're taking up a lot more time than them, so we should try to stay conscious of that. We are playing in a control match, but we definitely had some tricky openers. This one is not a tricky opener. Take off the stop here. And put out our Kitian. They've got a Charmer. Probably just, no, they're going to Scry instead of gain the life, which fair enough. So, 2 cards on the bottom. Interesting, interesting. Play Mutavault. Oh, trade. I don't think so. I'll just play Mystic. Get myself some sort of equipment. Only one left, and that's the one. No reason to trade. Yeah, don't expect them to attack there. For sure. No blue mana yet, which is interesting. A lot of options here, so could just put War Gear out and onto something. Definitely want to lead with War Gear over Maul, just because if they deal with the creature, then I can move War Gear for free, but Skyclaves cost a lot of mana to equip. The other option is playing out the Usher and pathing the Prince. I don't think I want to do that. Or Blade Splicer. So I think it's Blade Splicer or Grafted War Gear. I'm just going to keep building out my board. The Golem can attack through their creature next turn. Prince is pretty nice with Sun Titan. Alright, so here we're going to play the War Gear. And we'll put it on to Kythian. Send in the clowns. Okay, so they're just going to chump. Oh wow, that's so bad. Did not see that coming. But, oh, okay, that's not how that works. Okay, never mind, I saw it coming. I don't know what you're talking about. We'll untap this. Do I want to play around Wrath, is the question. I think the answer is going to be no, because I've got Manlands, I've got the Golem. They seem choked on blue mana, so I'm just going to press what advantage I have. Okay, there's the Splicer. Let's get some... Actually... Yeah, so the question is, where do I want to put all my boots? I think I'll put the Maul onto Usher. And Golem here. Let's Go to attacks. Coming at you for 10. That's a lot of damage. Kind of forced into chumping at this point. Yep. And I'll make him indestructible. So, like, even if they Wrath, I'm just gonna, like, attack for a lot still. Cloud Goat, sure. So they got a lot of blockers. The card that we're scared of is now Sun Titan. So let's say okay to this. Windburst Kites, huh? We'll play that. Not a lot of good stuff here, but we'll take the Thalia. Put some lands on the bottom. See, now I think I want to... Yeah, let's make the Golem indestructible. You have to see some cute tricks I'm going to do here. And I'm going to put the War Gear onto the Usher. And so since... Oh, it's sacrifice, my bad. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry for the swear. Gosh. Oops. Oops, 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 oops. How much do I really care about? About what's his name? I think the answer might not be that much. So planeswalkers are a problem. I said planeswalkers are a problem, and then they played the card I didn't want to play. Oh well. Alright. We're in tight games, and we're just gonna, you know, blow them away. Whatever, I'm attacking for 7. Opponent's probably tweaking, watching me play like an idiot. Gideon Jura, yeah. That's fine. Interesting. What if I just play this and make an emblem? Like, guys, I'll get through. Seems okay. What if I turn on Mutavault, swing with everything, including Gideon, activate, leave up swords? I like it. So Mutavault becomes a creature. Has first strike because it is a golem. We'll make you a 4/4. That'll get Gideon out of here. I'll probably just let it all through. That's not going to work how you think it's going to work, my friend. Gideon to the bin. And let's activate this. Play Thalia. Play the Giver. If they go for an all-out attack on Gideon, I'm probably happy just to let it die. So if they've got a Wrath, that's not good enough. This looks like Sun Titan. Okay. Yeah, that is not going to do it. So we'll just activate Mutavault. Equip. Begin combat and kill you. And that's the game. Ooh, tight one. Used up too much clock there. If I didn't win this match, odds were pretty good I wasn't going to get it. So should have played a little tighter, and especially on that that War Gear play. But you can see how this card's really powerful. It's sacrifice, so it's important. It's not destroyed. That does matter. Basically gave up a creature for no reason. But like I said, our deck is pretty strong against Wrath, so it doesn't matter all that much how much you Wrath our board. We've got so many man lands and so many planeswalkers. This one does kill planeswalkers, but just not quite enough in this case. I'll be back for round 3. And we are back for round 3. We've won the die roll, and I would like to play first. Pretty tasty little hand here. We've got Mom into Revoker, so we're going to keep this one. Mom, of course, being one of the best openers you can have. She says, I demand action. If you don't have it, well, it's going to be tough to get rid of Mom. Forest, Llanowar Elf, basically. Tough to beat that start. We'll see if we can. So does this stop mana abilities? It does. Yeah, I'm not above revoking a Noble Hierarch. Whoa, you see that? Used to be Abandon Hope was the top card for so long, but now it's +2 mace. I did like Abandon Hope, though. Okay, so we're going to say Noble Hierarch. Do I want to attack? Nah. Odds are they're mono green, I'd say, but still, no reason to just throw my Mom away if they happen to be, whatever else. White with a path or a Plowshares or whatever. What have you. Gonna need a land this turn. Pretty badly. Hopefully they don't play a Rofalos. Rift Sower. So I think this is some kind of mana dork too. Yep. Attacking for 1 by them there wouldn't be a bad play for sure. A little awkward that we're going to be playing Thalia this turn and then have to follow it up with a 3-mana non-creature spell. But since we've got 2 other 3s that I'm pretty happy casting, that'll be fine. Still, would be nice if we could draw more lands. Their Suspend is going to tick down here. This card's actually kind of a problem, just being a 1-3. Jadelight Ranger. I don't mind that too much. This is a matchup where we might be wanting to use Mom more proactively than normal. Just considering so far they've shown us nothing but green creatures. So, if they want to trade for Jadelight here, I don't mind that. I will let it happen. Or if they want to trade a mom activation for Jade Light. Totally into it. Yep, they did not block. Makes sense, makes sense. Now, do I want Spellbinder or Golem? So next turn they're going to have upwards of 5 mana, so I think I'm... Oh, let's undo that. Let damage go through. And then we'll play Spellbinder. Just because they're starting to get up there in mana, so I want to keep them off balance. Looky, looky. They do indeed have a big old 5-drop. Not actually one they could play next turn because of Thalia. But still making this cost 8 feels like I'm just about getting rid of it, so I'll be happy to do that. There are guys coming off Suspend this turn. It does have haste. Suspend always comes off haste. So that comes into play. Now they've got 5 mana. Let's keep those revealed cards open. And they are playing white mana. So this is Rattleclaw Mystic, we know that. That's their turn. So here, I care less about Noble Hierarch at this point. More about Thalia for sure. So this gets them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So they're still a ways away from Vivian at this point. They don't have anything with reach or anything that really matters right now. And their hand is not very good. I'm just going to play Maul. Let's start crashing in there. And I think I'll put it on... Yeah, seems like Revoker is the way to go here. Since they have white mana, they probably do have a path or something. I mean, not right now, but seems likely it's in their deck. Now, even if they get to Vivian, it's going to be tough for them to stop me from just smacking them around. So we'll go to combat. Hit you for 7. And I say, hey, you better answer my stuff or you're gonna die. Let's see, let's see, let's see. And they don't have an answer. Alright, pretty quick game 1. So it looks like we're playing against nearly mono green. A lot of little dorks. This looks like kind of the classic mono green. I drew too much ramp hand. Vivian was going to be their top end, but since I moved it out of range, it just didn't get there. What do I have against that? Well, Revoker seems great. You can shut down the early mana dork. Thalia is going to be not so great in this matchup just because their payoffs are more likely to just be big creatures. Still, I don't think I want to cut it. I think Mana Tithe is not going to be good here. odds are they're going to be ramping out of control, and they're going to have extra lands lying around. So with that said, I think I'm into taking one O-ring. If I can just stop like one big threat when I need to, then that'll be okay. Ballista seems like it'd be good at picking off dorks. And the rest of this stuff is mono white stuff. All seems fine. Yep, let's submit. We're on the draw this game. See what kind of hand we can get here. Did reveal as Rattleclaw Mystic. Good to know, good to know. This actually might have been a good time to board out Paladin class. We're going to keep this hand, of course, still, but yeah, Paladin class seems actually real bad here. There's the elf. I think I'll just run out the giver at this point. Okay, we got a 3-drop, Jade Light Ranger. Okay, that's fine. So Tangled Floor Hedron revealed. Okay, and Windswept Heath. So they drew a Heath and they have a Floor Hedron on top. I'm a little surprised they left it there. Again, I don't really see a reason to like run this out right now, so I think I'd rather play Windbrisk Heights tapped. See if we can put something good under there. Swords or Mystic. I got equipment already. I think I'll just take the swords. And play the Inspector. Pass the turn. No tax, obviously. No reason for that. Next turn, we get to suit up our Grafted War Gear. So that gives him 4 power. I'd be happy to trade. Interesting, they are casting that. A lot of elves here, so fully expecting something big to come soon. Very soon. Other Plains is pretty good. Just because that lets us get into our Jailer next turn. So I'll equip. I've got my 4/4. Not surprising they don't block here. I'm expecting something big. Something wicked this way comes. What can I handle? Oh, Master of the Wild Hunt. That's fine. This attack is okay. I was gonna say that seems a little fishy there. Okay, so if I play this and eat this, I think I'm just gonna play Palace Jailer, eat the Master, and pass to them. Then they can get the Monarchy back, but they'd have to sacrifice like half their board. I don't think they're willing to do that. So, and the other option, I guess, is playing Gideon. Which is fine, but I just don't think it's going to be quite worth it for them. Or quite worth it for me. they get the monarchy back, they do get back their master. I think that's okay because I've got the plow under the Windbrisk Kites. If they try to get real frisky with me, I'll take it out. Draw my card. Sacking the land, which probably means they've got another big baddie. Yep, here it comes. 6 mana, 7 mana, so maybe like a Hornet Queen. Sundering Titan. That's not so bad. Yeah, clearly it's not great, but it keeps us even on mana at least. We're drawing 2 cards a turn. They're not. Is there any way they can stop me if I just start pumping out tokens every turn? It'd be hard. It would be hard. Do I care about shutting them off mana? No, I think they've kind of done everything they're going to do. And I want to make sure I have the mana to do this. So here's Gideon. Make a 2/2 and pass to you. Drawing my cards, which is nice. Okay, they do have something else, which is scary. Costs 7 mana. Ooh, Avenger. Avenger. Huh. No land for turn. So there's that. Unfortunately, I think this does mean I'm stuck attacking with all my guys. Just because plowing the Avenger is so important. So let's swing with them, see how they block. Okay. The swords. This guy. Avenger out of here. That's okay. And now I think I'll just play 2 dudes. They do have a non-land card in hand, but I don't know, how scary can it be? It's the last one they played. But we'll put this out. We'll name Arbor Elf. Arbor Elf. Arbor Elf. Just to save the clicks more than anything else. Make a token. And yeah, let's put the equipment here. And we'll draw our card. Fortunately, Stoneforge is at the bottom of our deck because the other equipment would be pretty nice right now. Another Avacyn's Pilgrim is fine. And more mana. Okay. We don't mind that too much. See if they go for something. They can get the Monarchy from me, but do I want to do like any creative blocking? I don't think so. I'm gonna put that there. Giver gives protection from colorless, so we're set. Nothing to Wasteland. Now they've got no cards in hand. Yeah, I just want to keep pumping out allies. And I'll play a flyer this turn. And that'll let me start hitting them. I already played my land. No reason to not play Paladin class. Do I have any attacks here? So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. I've got 6, 7 blockers. I feel like I can make that profitable for me. Do I want to move the equipment? I think I do eventually just want to put it on the Spellbinder. So I'd rather do that now. And we'll pass. Draw my card. Path is a nice draw. There's the Canopy. They're just going to sack it right away, which makes sense. And they're on the clock. Wonder what they drew. Seems like they're thinking about it. Do I want to path the Sundering Titan end of turn? I think the answer is no. Five mana to activate this, which lets me leave up my path. So let's do that. And now we're hitting them in the air for a lot. Make another knight. If they don't do anything, we do have a winning line next turn. Because we can path the Titan, make Gideon a creature, and then give Gideon pro green hit for more than 11. They're probably seeing if they can steal the monarchy from me right now. I think it's just been getting worse and worse. There was a small chance they could last turn, but now I've got path and I've got more creatures really just all over the place. See what this is? I'm kind of hoping it's just like nasty terrasty. No, that would ooh, Ugin, huh? Sure. So they're going to exile everything where X is 4. That is going to kill my board, so that's unfortunate. Good thing is we still have a man land around. So this is just going to resolve. Nothing I can really do about it. Ooh, I forgot about Phyrexian Revoker. And I'm going to path you. Doesn't matter if they kill planes, and I kind of want them to kill forest. Because this is really going to choke their mana. And again, we still have the monarchy, so that's great. Thalia is pretty nice here too. Unfortunately, we don't have enough to play Thalia and bring my cave online. So this equips for 0, of course. I think I am just going to play Thalia, just draw more cards. Probably should have cracked this first, but that's okay. Blade Splicer, huh? Take out the Ugin, it's just going to cause us problems to leave it around. As much as I'd love to be doing 5 to my opponent right now. Yep, let's play all of our magic cards. Alright. We're drawing 2 cards a turn. They're on 4 mana. I've got a giant board presence. What do you got? Alright. That's kind of what I expected. Oof. The 20202030. Perfect games. You love to see it. Nothing like a good old mono white deck, just to really bring you back to your roots. Let's just play some 1-drops, some 2-drops. Swing it out. Can we open a treasure chest? Let's do it. Celebration treasure. Other products. This is our grand prize for doing so great. Just being wonderful people. And we got a Force of Vigor. Old border. Yep. It was all worth it, This is it. This is what it's all about, people. Well, I just want to say thanks again for watching. It's been a great draft. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.